Hey, welcome back to AIDol, your favorite Vocaloid dating sim. Just kidding. It's day 2 of the convention, and Aiko is supposed to perform, even though she's experiencing some technical difficulties. I don't know what's gonna happen, but hopefully she makes it through. Yeah, so anyway, we got these two scumbags. Hey Raiichi, where were you? You were gone for a while. Oh, getting jealous? Don't count on it, I was just curious. Raiichi smirks. No, Ken, you can be honest about your feelings with me. I know it must be lonely sitting here all on your own. Oh, right, Kenji's wife, fiance, is supposed to be coming here, right? Just to keep an eye on him. Ooh, I wonder how that's gonna turn out. It's aggravating. Sayuri went over to talk to the sound guys 20 minutes ago, and I still don't know where the hell Hideki is with my coffee. You know our Sayuri. She's very thorough. And Hideki? He's probably trying to sweet-talk Yuko, and for once he has the right idea. I'd rather be off flirting with pretty young idols right now, but alas. Raiichi groans and cracks his back. I can't eke out a living on the smiles of pretty girls alone. They are disgusting. And you love it. So, what did the tech team say? Did you get a status update? Well, about that. Raiichi frowns and presses one hand against his forehead. It's rare that his forehead wrinkles in such a manner, and it reminds Kenji with a jolt just how much older than him Raiichi is. Raiichi jokes around so often, it's easy to forget he's in his early 40s. Wait, really? Well, damn, he's still getting it in his 40s. Kazuki said he did another check on Aiko, and she seems to be stable enough. Seems to be. I know it's not the most reassuring news, but he was convinced she'd be fine. The show can go on then? The show must go on. We've already sold all the tickets. There's no way we can call it off now, no matter what shape our leading lady's in. I don't know, that seems like a pretty bad idea. I hope she doesn't glitch out on stage. That wouldn't be very good for PR. An unmitigated disaster. It'd be like the Yukari situation all over again. You mean that Osakan idol? That's right. You know what happened to that company, don't you? That was quite a while back, and my memory isn't quite what it used to be. But I think I can guess. They went out of business, right? Bingo. Fantastic. This is just what I needed. Raiichi runs a hand through his hair. He looks more troubled than Kenji has seen him since, well, ever. This event, though, not a particularly large one, has taken a toll on the PR team as a whole. It doesn't help that 2 members are out of commission, and the Aiko situation on top of everything is only adding to the stress. Let's hope we can trust the tech team to do their job. Mr. Himura's pretty competent, right? It should be fine. I'd feel better if we had some sort of backup plan, though. Actually, Kazuki gave me a little something yesterday. It's one of the worst early birthday presents I've ever received, but I guess it's the thought that counts. What is it? Let me get it out. Raiichi digs through a messenger bag slung over his shoulder and procures what appears to be a tablet. Kenji frowns. That's our backup plan? Yeah, Aiko's files have all been copied on this. Kazuki told me to plug it into the stage system during the concert, and if any inconsistencies in Aiko's data developed, it should automatically patch them? Or something? Or something, right. Hey, I'm no tech guy. If my explanation's not good enough for you, go track down Kazuki. I think I'm fine for now. Despite your less impressive understanding of technology, I understand the gist. Raiichi smiles and slaps Kenji on the side with the palm of his hand. I knew you would. That's why I'm entrusting this to you. Kenji saw that coming from a mile away, but he still tuts. Being responsible for such an important, no doubt expensive, and decidedly top secret piece of lyric equipment is rather daunting, but who else is up to the task? If Sheena was here, she could take care of it, but Sheena isn't here, and neither Rairichi nor Sayuri have the technical knowledge Kenji does. What a pain. Fine, I'll take care of it. Or I'll take it. I'm expecting you to make it up to me, though. Don't worry, Ken. I'll be sure to make it up to you all night long. Ooh. Kenji scowls. Oh, give that here. He snatches the tablet from Ryuichi with a little more strength than he probably should. You're feisty today, aren't you? That's what happens when I don't have my coffee. What the hell's Hideki doing? Kenji searches about the convention hall. Not that he needs to search very hard. There's still a good hour before the gates open. The only people milling about are staff members. There's no sign of Hideki or his coffee. There is, however... Hello, you two. I apologize for being so late. I had business to take care of. Sayuri. Kenji pauses. His mouth hangs open, limp and slack, but that isn't because of Sayuri. Ooh, it's the person standing next to her. It's none other than his fiancée, Misaki. Hello there. Misaki. Kenji tries to choke out her name. It sticks in his throat, making him wince. He knows why. Guilt. Oh, what are you doing here? Shouldn't I be here? No, that isn't it. I'm not saying that at all. I just wanted to know why. I was talking to Sayuri yesterday, and she said you're pretty understaffed since, Maeda got sick, and Sheena's at a wedding. I thought you seemed a little stressed too, so I decided to volunteer. Sayuri got it all sorted out for me, even though it was on such short notice. Wasn't that nice of her? Yes, very nice. Kenji glances at Sayuri. His eyes are narrowed and mistrustful. He can think of many words to describe Sayuri's actions, but nice is not the descriptor that first comes to mind. Sneaky. Underhanded. Suspicious. Wouldn't that describe you, though? Maybe I should have told you about it first, but I wanted it to be a surprise. I thought it'd make you happy, darling. Darling. The word feels like a slap against Kenji's cheek. Kenji opens his mouth, trying and failing to say something, anything, when... Well, I don't know about Kenji here, but I'm certainly happy to see you. You are? Damn straight. Sayuri wasn't exaggerating. We're practically drowning in work here. Up to our ears. Any help we can get is appreciated, especially from such a pretty lady. You're just flattering me. It wound me, milady. I mean every word. Oh, please. For once, Kenji shares Sayuri's sentiments. Though he has an abundance of charm, Rairichi can be quite smarmy when he puts his mind to it. There comes a point when enough is enough. Misaki, however, seems to have a different opinion. She's giggling. Why is she giggling? Maybe it's because Kenji never compliments her anymore. Damn. That's, pretty cold. He hardly even looks at her. So, team, is there anything you want me to do? We're still setting up for the concert. It might be a little too technical for you. It's definitely too technical for me, but, Rairichi strokes his chin with his fingers, thinking before... idea. What? Tell me, Miss Hori, how do you like your coffee? We are back at the coffee shop. And I'd like a vanilla frappuccino, please. Is that all, sir? It should be. Hideki glances over his shoulder at Yuko, his lovely assistant. Is that all, Yuko? The domesticity of the situation amuses Yuko, and she starts to giggle despite herself. That's all, honey. Honey? Don't worry about it too much. Hideki's face flushes bright red. When Yurichiro totals up the bill and asks for money, Hideki's fingers tremble. He almost drops the coins all over the floor. Man, you are such a big doof, but you're very cute. Very smooth. Hideki's ready to hand the money over when a sudden beeping from his pocket makes him pause. Who could that be? He presses the money on the counter and fishes for his phone, glancing at the screen. A message from Ryuichi. Just great. And can you add a green tea latte on the end there too, for Mizaki? All my faves, they're here. It takes around 20 minutes for me to arrive at the convention center. I worry I'm going to be too early, but when I arrive, I spot Makoto and Yasu almost immediately. They're standing by the entrance, wearing the same outfits they wore yesterday. A small robot and a tall witch girl. An interesting combination if ever there was one. Makoto nods her head at me when I approach. I expect Yasu to wave energetically, but instead he leans against Makoto's shoulder, one hand pressed against his mouth. There are bags under his eyes and his skin is pasty. Ooh. Oof. At least I'm not the only one. Hey Hana, I'm glad you can make it. I bow in greeting. Makoto frowns. How do you see that? There's no need to be so formal, you know. We're not that much older than you. It's hard to believe Makoto is older than me at all, given she's so short. But I don't mention that. She probably gets comments about her height, or lack of it, all the time. I'm sorry. Force of habit. Well, it's nice that you mind your manners, unlike a certain someone. Makoto jabs Yasu in the stomach with her elbow. Oof. Oof. Yasu whimpers and doubles over. His lower lip trembles. Man, you are a mess today. Not so hard, Mako. Think about the baby. There is no baby. You don't know that. He is the baby. It's literally not possible. Not with that attitude. You don't have a uterus. I'll make one. Out of what? I don't know. Cardboard? Please. Makoto sighs. And why aren't you saying good morning to Hana? You're being incredibly rude. Oh, it's fine, I don't mind. I couldn't get much sleep last night either. I know, right? I couldn't stop thinking about the concert. Before I knew it was 3 AM already. Idiot. You just don't understand my maiden's heart, Mako. I giggle. I can't help myself. I laugh a lot more than usual when I'm around these two. Let's ask Yasu. Are you excited to see Aiko too? I'm not a huge Aiko fan myself, but I think it'll be pretty good. Mako and I have been to a few lyric concerts before, and they've all been great. Yasu sighs, rubbing his arms with his hands. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. He's being a drama queen. He says he was excited, but he was probably up all night watching children's anime or something. Like you're one to talk, little Miss Gadget, Mako. Anyway, Makoto cuts through Yasu's mutinous comment like a knife through butter. The lines are going to be out of control today, so we should take care not to get separated. Roger. Also, I checked the itinerary on the Lyric website this morning, and our volunteer shift is early. That means we'll have enough time to get good spots for the concert. Okay, that sounds like a plan. I follow my companions to the convention center. They chat together, or to be more precise, Yasu yawns while Makoto scolds him. But I'm only half paying attention to what they're saying. I can't stop thinking about Aiko. Oh yeah, her concert. Oh, who's this? It's not fair. I want it. I want. I apologize, Madam Cute Witch, but life, I regret to tell you, isn't fair at all. No! Yasu takes a staggering step backwards and holds onto his stomach like he's been shot. So dramatic. Defeated. Completely defeated. Did you run out of lives? Exactly. And there aren't any checkpoints. That's how it should be. I don't like all the hand-holding they do in new games. They're way too lenient. And infinite lives? What the hell? Life isn't that easy. You know, most people play video games to escape the harsh realities of life. Makoto draws herself up to her full height, which admittedly is not very high, and plants her hands on her hips. That's an entirely inaccurate outlook. If video games are too easy, they lose their challenge. They're meant to provide a series of difficult tasks so you feel fulfilled when you're finally able to complete them. Well, I always knew you were a glutton for punishment. I must be, or I wouldn't hang out with you. Ooh. Anyway, it's just common knowledge all the best video games are in the NES. Companies have really dropped the ball in the last 20 years. The time you tried to make me play Omega Man 1 was a nightmare. But it was character building, right? Yasu pouts. I can't see Makoto's face, but she's proudly smirking. I, meanwhile, stand there, a little bemused. I thought Makoto would be irritated by Yasu's antics, particularly as his over-the-top declarations of ultimate despair are drawing some quite peculiar looks. Is that a Danganronpa reference? But if anything, she seems amused. In fact, I think she's actually egging him on. I guess Makoto has a silly side to her too. Perhaps this is her way of letting off steam. We were on volunteer duty for 2 hours this morning, and the entrance hall was packed. The vendors hall is similarly packed, but at least we're not in charge of ushering people through the double doors, distributing pamphlets, or helping lost children to reunite with their families anymore. Anyway, you should just accept your loss, Yasu. This woman saw that doujinshi first. That's right. The gothic Lolita, who has been watching Makoto and Yasu's exchange with mild amusement, holds the slender comic book to her chest. You gave it a good shot, kid, but finders keepers. I know, but I just can't accept that. Yasu stabs a finger in the gothic Lolita's direction. His eyes are blazing. Nobody's a bigger fan of Sora and Tsubasa than I. I? Since when did you talk in such a self-important way? Since now. When I first laid my eyes upon this cute doujinshi, my heart started to pound inside my chest. I knew from the moment it entered my peripheral vision, we were meant to be together. It will accept me as its master. That may be the case, but I picked it up first. Yasu clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth and turns his head to one side. And I thought that would work too. You really are a naive boy. You should come back in a decade or so. Maybe then you'll finally be able to best me. No, it's not fair. The vendor glances between the two warring factions with an awkward expression. You say that, but neither of you have paid for the doujinshi yet. Exactly. Yasu procures his purse from his pocket. It's a very cute purse that's decorated with a star motif, and pulls out a few crumpled notes. Take my money. Take it all. I appreciate the offer, but there's far too much money there, sir. I can't accept that much, and even if I did, I'd feel guilty. Oh, come on. Why won't you let me bribe you? If you say it like that, it'll make me feel worse. What a weirdo. Come on, Yasu, you gave it your best shot, but you know what? You have to know when to give up. How can you, of all people, say that? Didn't you stay up for 18 hours straight until you finally defeated Dracula in Castlemania? That was that? This is this. I don't follow. Unlike real life, video games have win conditions. Oh, this is a sweet Lolita. I must say, I am rather curious. The gothic Lolita's companion, an uncommonly tall girl dressed in shades of pale blue, finally deigns to speak. Her voice is a little deeper than I expected. You don't even like Tsubasa and Sora, Sadako. Why are you being so stubborn? The gothic Lolita, her name is Sadako, titters. She looks supremely pleased with herself. Her smile is even more mocking than a Halloween pumpkin's. You could say it was a whim, my dear Hotaru. It sounds to me like you're causing a scene for the sake of it. Well, why not? This cute little boy needs to learn a lesson. Ah, I see. You're just a sadist, isn't that right? Exactly. This isn't outrage. I won't lose the likes of you. You have no love in your heart, lady. Those who don't understand the super cute appeal of Tsubasa and Sora don't deserve to breathe the same air as I. Isn't that going a bit far? I'm a fan of Aiko, but I would never say a non-Aiko fan doesn't deserve to breathe air. Air is a basic human right. You're right. That's true. It's not going too far at all. If anything, it isn't going far enough. Just ignore Yasu. He's used to getting his own way. So he's nothing more than a spoiled brat? Undoubtedly. Unfortunately. I'm gonna have to agree with Makoto. It's finders keepers. Life's not fair, I suppose. Sorry, Yasu. You might have a point. Perhaps this would be a good lesson for him after all. We all have to grow up sometime. Hey, you guys. Yasu glances between us. His eyes are downcast and almost seem to threaten tears. Oh no. Why are you picking on me? I'm feeling distinctly outnumbered. Perhaps you should take it as a sign, Yasu. Let it go. I bet you're doing this because I'm the only guy. You're just ganging up on me. Now. Try and calm down. Makoto sighs and glances at the two Lolitas apologetically. She bows her head and, almost like a parent trying to excuse the actions of her unruly child. Yasu sometimes says things without thinking. Just ignore him. I intend to. I wish I could, but seeing him squirm is so much fun. You're so weird. I just met you, and you're just so weird. Come on, Sadako. You have had your fun. You should hurry up and buy the doujinshi, or you won't be able to get a good spot for the concert. You mean Aiko's concert? That's right. There's only half an hour to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if the stage is crowded already. Good point. Some of the more diehard fans started staking out spots 2 hours in advance. 2 hours? It's not that unusual. I'm not the biggest Aiko fan. I prefer Naomi and Vespa, but I've been to enough events like this to know. Last-minute battles for the best spaces can be rather rowdy. I wince and look down at my feet. I don't know if I like the sound of that. I'm not a big people person at the best of times. Being in the crowded vendors alley is bad enough, but being squashed up around the stage like a sardine in a tin, surrounded by chanting fans and the smell of body odor? Ugh, everyone in their cosplays? Sounds even worse. I need to get to the stage as quickly as possible. I can't miss this concert. Aiko. Oh dear, now I feel like a bad guy. Sadako sighs. She looks thoughtful. If I had my way, I wouldn't mind playing around with Miss Cute Witch a little longer. But it seems this young missus over here is pretty anxious to get to the concert. Is it that obvious? Quite. You must love Aiko a lot. I guess. I tell you what, I don't really want this dojin, so I'll let your friend have it. You will? So I can finally sell it? That's right, here you go. A present. Sadako hands the doujinshi over, which is now more than a little crumpled after being cradled in her arms. Yasu, however, doesn't seem to care. He takes it tenderly, as though it's a newborn baby, and all but embraces it. If this were a cartoon, his eyes would fill with love hearts. And because I slowed you down, I can make amends. I'll try to get you guys good spaces for the concert, okay? Wow, that's really nice. Can you really do that? Of course, you should never underestimate the power of the Wakahisa sisters, also known as Parasol. She gives me a wink. My heart flutters. Oh, that's so cute. Me and Hotaru have connections. It'll be fine, I promise. Nice. So we got the dojin and we got good seats. The two girls in Lolita garb are just as good as their word. When they entered the concert hall, Yasu, Makoto, and I trotting along behind them, the crowds assembled around the stage seemed to part like the Red Sea. Are they the Wakahisa sisters? It's Parasol. Are they famous or something? I must have missed them yesterday. Hotaru-kan, be my waifu. Kyan? In any event, the startling popularity of our newfound companions let us cut right to the front of the stage with relative ease. Huh. We'll gladly move aside. I'd do anything for you. I'd even kill a man if you asked. Sadako-nyan, let's have a child together. Jesus. Nyan? I had no idea you guys were so well known. I prefer the term girls or women. Files or Madchen, if you insist on being European. But that is correct. Sadako and I have quite a large influence in the Lolita community, particularly her in Fukuoka. Though looking at Sadako, I can't imagine why. Huh? Why not? I should think it goes without saying. Meanie. Sadako shoves Hotaru in the side, but there's no malice to her actions. I think she's joking. So what do you think, honey? Excuse me? You heard me, honey. I don't think there's anything sweet about me. Au contraire, but I digress. You know, dropping random French phrases into your speech doesn't make you sound cultured. If anything, it makes you sound confused. Oh, hush. Another dig in the ribs. Is the view of the stage good enough? Are you happy with our current vantage point? Oh, yes. Thank you so much for your help. It's no exaggeration either. These two girls, or women, or Phyllis, or Madchen, have been incredibly helpful, especially considering they're virtual strangers. In only a matter of moments, with no pushing or shoving, we were able to get right up to the front of the stage. I'm so close to Aiko, I could probably touch her if I wanted to. Ooh, that would probably be quite a jarring experience. I've never touched a hologram before, and I'm not sure what would happen if I tried, but I doubt it would end well. Would my fingers slide right through her? I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's how the Vocaloid holograms work. It's no problem, honey. It's the least I could do. Hey! Yasu pouts. He grabs hold of my arm and clings tightly. He looks rather willowy, with slender arms and legs, but his stature is more muscular than mine. I don't think he realizes just how much strength he's using. I found her first, you hear. If anybody gets to call Hana honey, it's me. You never called me honey once before. And if you did, I'd sue you for sexual harassment. Why are you making me out to be the bad guy? She... He stabs a finger at Sadako. Is the one using all these fancy French words and trying to flirt with our cute little Hana. Sadako raises an eyebrow. Yasu learns to shut up. Your Hana? Yes, our Hana. Are you three close friends by any chance? Not really. I met them yesterday. But our bonds are strong enough to last for a lifetime. I think you're taking this a bit too far. Yasu gets like this. He's very overprotective. Sadako can be quite overprotective too. I understand. You do? It can be quite an irksome trait, but I believe it shows you care. You must have quite a large heart. A smirk tugs at the corner of Hataru's lips. But the same cannot be said of your brain. Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. No, I don't think it was supposed to be. Hataru is the undisputed champion of sick burns. The five of us chat together idly for a while, just killing time, until a sudden hush falls upon the crowd. It must be Aiko. The lights in the convention center have dimmed. It looks like it's time. I was so engrossed in my idol conversation I almost forgot. But the main event is going to start now. It's time for the person we've all been waiting for. She's going to take the stage. Lyric Grove's most successful diva. You know her, I know her, heck, even your grandparents know her. This little cutie has been entrancing the nation ever since her debut 2 years ago. And she's here now for your enjoyment. Please, give it up for Aiko. The lights on stage flicker. Then, all of a sudden... she's beautiful. There she is. Aiko. In the flesh. Well, flesh probably isn't the right word to use. This isn't Aiko's flesh, it's a hologram. Aiko has a real physical body. How else would she be able to pose for photo shoots or appear in interviews? But her physical body never appears on stage during performances. Aiko isn't a human being, but a robot. She's a very expensive, highly complex doll that was built to perform. She never appears in person at her concerts because the bright lights could make her overheat and the loud noises of the crowd could damage her auditory sensors. It's the same for all virtual idols. I wonder, is Aiko like performing like in another room and they're just projecting that onto the stage? Maybe? Virtual idols perform in a rather unique manner. Their physical body performs to their fans in isolation. Okay, yeah. In a safe and quiet environment with numerous technicians on hand in case of an emergency. That's interesting. The fans, meanwhile, are treated to a holographic image of this performance projected on the screens. Basically, the image of Aiko we're seeing is a transmission of Aiko's real body. I don't entirely understand everything. The explanations I found online were either too sparse or too complex, but that's about the gist of it. It doesn't diminish the overall effect. I know it's just a holographic image, but my breath still catches in my chest. Isn't she adorable, ladies and gentlemen? I think you all agree. Nobody makes them like Lyric. Nothing can compare to her style or beauty. Oh, I'm starting to get emotional. The announcer, over the top though they're clearly having a lot of fun with this. Isn't entirely wrong. I'm starting to get emotional too. I'm getting emotional because she's so pretty. She's so pretty. I can't take my eyes off of her. Her hair is pale pink. Her cheeks are soft and chubby. Her thighs are plump and generously rounded. Her outfit, like all her outfits, is cute and feminine, but not overtly so. Her chest, straining against the white fabric of her shirt, is so large and soft. I wonder what it'd feel like to bury my head against it. Yo, chill out with the thirst. And then I turn my head away, blushing, as I wonder why I'm thinking such things to begin with. What is wrong with me? Hello everybody. It's a pleasure to stand on this stage before you. I've been practicing long and hard for this concert, so, let's have a good time together, alright? The crowd explodes. Oh, she's so cute. Cheers, shrieks, and squeals fill the concert hall. It's so loud I worry my eardrums are about, going to burst. Aiko, I love you! You're my #1 bae. You go, girl. Show 'em what you got. A girl standing next to me, meanwhile, seems to be having some sort of religious awakening. She's sniffling, eyes beating with tears while mumbling, "This is the best day of my life." And I thought I loved Aiko. This experience has really opened my eyes. My ears, too. It's so loud. A collective chant of "I go, I go, I go" starts to circulate around the room like a contagious disease. Even Yasu and Sadako, who were busy bickering, have put aside their differences to cheer on Lyric's poster girl. "I go, I go." And they're not the only ones. "I go, I go." Oh, they're really getting into this. The ever-sensible Makoto and the cool Lufotaru have somehow become swept up in the sea of excitement. And maybe it's inevitable. When you're at an event like this, with so many people, it's hard not to get swept away. I think I read about it before online somewhere. They call it mob mentality. When you're in a big group, people are more likely to get swept away by the crowd. Glow sticks are being snapped around me. They're all bright pink, Aiko's signature color. Of course, the glow sticks. Meanwhile, the crowd continues to chant, "I go, I go." But I don't feel like chanting. I don't feel like clapping. I don't even feel like cheering. All I can do is stare. I remain silent, rooted to the spot, incapable of movement. Even when the background music swells from the speakers and Aiko launches into her first song. It's a song everyone knows. Sunset Kisses. Are we gonna see a performance? Oh, thank you. Aiko stands on the stage, hands clasped together at the front. The music of her first song, Sunset Kisses, has died away, and so too has the clamor of the crowd. Hundreds upon hundreds of eyes are fixed on Aiko. They're all hanging on her every word. As you probably know, that song was my summer single released last July. It was composed by the very talented Mr. Ozu, and I owe a large amount of the song's success to him. Over the past couple of years, I've been very lucky to garner so much support from lovely people like yourselves. When I think about all the people who listen to my music, buy my CDs, and travel to events like this to support me, it makes me feel emotional. At the same time, however, it makes me feel somewhat guilty. I know my success is not down to me alone. So when you applaud for me today, know that you're not just applauding for me. You're applauding for the programmers who put me together, the composers who created my music, the choreographers who crafted my dance moves, the dedicated PR team who advertised these events, and all the lighting technicians, engineers, and stagehands who make this possible. I am grateful to them all for making me who I am today, just as I'm grateful to you for your support. It is because of my unerring gratitude that I continue to sing, so I hope you will continue to stand by my side. The way Aiko talks really is cute. It's a lot more formal than you expect from a modern idol, and it's even more peculiar when you contrast her rigid manners with her status as a robot. She's a cutting-edge android that could come straight from a science fiction movie, but she talks like a little old lady. Anyway, I imagine you didn't come here to hear me rambling. Oh, we love your rambling, Aiko. You're doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Thank you. What? She's so cute. My heart can't handle it. If you need to collapse, feel free to collapse on me. You really are a gentleman after all. Yasu, gentlemen, don't make me laugh. I can understand why Aiko is so popular, but she doesn't need to appeal to my sense of aesthetics. Thank you for your patience, and for bearing with me. I promise I won't talk nearly as so much. There were just one or two things I needed to get off my chest. That being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of the concert. The next song is another one you should all know. Feel free to sing along if you want. It's called Lost and Found. Aiko takes her position on stage, one hand on her hip, and her head turns to one side. Once more, the background music begins to play. Like Sunset Kisses, this is another cheery song, but it's even more upbeat. It's the theme song, it's the opening song. Even a gloomy girl like me can't help but smile when I hear it. This song has woken me up every morning for the last year. I've heard it more times than I can count, but I haven't grown tired of it yet. I don't know if I ever will. There's a reason this song was so incredibly popular when it first came out. Even the stoic Hotaru is tapping her fingers against the inside of her arm in time with the music. I don't move. I can't. Oh, it's such a good song. All I can do is stare. I never thought this day would come, but finally... Wait, I wonder what Vocaloid that is, because the English voice spec is pretty good. I haven't caught up with Vocaloid in a long time. I never thought this day would come, but finally, I can hear these songs I love so much that I've heard so many times in real life. It's so amazing, it almost feels like a dream. I can't believe it. If it weren't for the crowd swarming around me, their elbows bumping against mine, I'd be almost tempted to believe this is some kind of dream. But none of my dreams have been ever been quite this vivid. As the music builds, swelling to a crescendo, so do the crowd cheers. Aiko! Aiko! Aiko, you're so cute! I thought you'd pledge your heart to Sora Tsubasa. My heart is a cheap and fickle thing. I'll do anything for the right price. I'll keep that in mind. What a shameless man. Who cares if I'm shameless? At least I admit it. I don't know if that makes it any better. I believe it makes it even worse. Hey, you could at least try sticking up for me, Mako. I could, but I don't want to encourage you. I'm just trying to look out for you. Sometimes, Mako, you're even worse than my mom. Maybe if your mom was a little less flighty, you wouldn't be quite as aggravating. Hey, you guys, pipe down. I'm trying to listen to the music. I didn't come here to listen to your lovers quarrel. Lovers? But we're not... Me and Mako? No way. I'd rather cut my arm off with a spoon. I think that's supposed to be my line. Well, and why a spoon? Makoto and Yasu continue to bicker playfully, but I can barely hear them. I know the crowd is surrounding me, and I hear their cheers and shouts, but I've tuned it all out. All I can focus on is Aiko. Her voice is clear and strong. She doesn't fumble over any of the lyrics. She doesn't forget any of the dance moves. She's perfect. Everything about her is perfect. I really love her. With every twist and turn, I wonder if she'll make a mistake. But Aiko executes everything flawlessly. Aiko. She's flawless. Aiko. So flawless, in fact, I feel myself getting sucked in. I'm letting go. I'm forgetting myself. Aiko, yeah. I'm cheering too. I can't stop myself. Oh, she's having fun. You look like you're having fun. It's hard not to. She really draws you in. She acts so earnest, it's hard not to support her. I imagine that's where her appeal comes from. Don't analyze her appeal so coldly, Hotaru. Just enjoy the moment. I apologize. But I think Hotaru has a point. Aiko is popular because, despite being a virtual idol, she's vulnerable. She speaks anxiously, she blushes when she receives compliments, and she's quick to praise others before herself. That's why I want her to succeed. I want her so badly to succeed. Oh shit. Oh. Which is why the sudden moment of shock hurts even more. Aiko twists her leg during a spin and falls forwards. Oof. She hits the ground hard. Her nose bumps against the stage, but that isn't right. She didn't fall on this stage. This is only a hologram. Her physical body is somewhere else, surrounded by a tech team who can help her in the worst case scenario. But that doesn't change one crucial fact. Aiko fell. Wait, that must have damaged her, right? Oof, big oof. Oh no. My poor baby. It's probably staged. I'm not too sure about that. Oh no. The cheery backing music continues to play, but Aiko continues to lie there. She attempts to push herself back up, but she falls. The holographic screen starts to flicker. The audio distorts. The lights flash. And then, with a harsh sound like a scratched record, the stage is plunged into darkness. Shit. Oh man. This isn't looking too good. Especially hearing that the other idol company went out of business after something like this happened. And that's not good for Aiko. And that's definitely not good for us. Man, so yeah, her glitch really was getting bad. So yeah, in the next episode, we're gonna find out what the tech team and what the PR team are going to try to do to fix this disaster. But yeah, I'm sorry for leaving it on such a tense and crucial moment, but you know, I had to do it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye.